Hello, hello, welcome friends to the most optimistic corner of the internet. I'm Zania from a constellation of words, and this is going to be your October pick a card reading. If you're new to this channel or to pick a card readings, this is how they work. We have here 4 distinct readings: number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. You must choose one of them. Your choice matters here. You can choose the symbol or the card or just the number that resonates with you. Whatever you do, remember, it's very important to let yourself be guided by your intuition. That is why, if you're a beginner at this sort of thing, I recommend following the short guided meditation that will start in a few seconds, because this guided meditation will surely help you find the message that is meant for you at this time. After you've picked your group, you can jump straight to your reading. The timestamps are in the description box and in the pinned comments. Now, let's start the guided meditation. First, please find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a deep, slow breath in. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale slowly. Now imagine that you are surrounded by a white fog. You are fully relaxed and calm. And as you inhale this white fog, you feel rejuvenated. And as you exhale, all the worries and troubles of the day disappear. And as you're making your way around in the fog, without a care in the world, suddenly you see a door in front of you, and a deep sense of peace fills every cell of your being. And you know deep inside that on the other side of the door waits the sign that you are looking for, the number, the symbol, or the deck of cards that will show you which message is meant for you at this time. You reach out your hand and you open the door. What do you see? If you need more time, please pause the video now, as the reading for group number 1 is about to start. Okay, group number 1. Let's see what you can expect in the month of October. Well, what do we have here? It appears that Venus retrograde is still kicking your ass, even though Venus is no longer in retrograde, right? But you are still trying to process everything that happened this summer, all the things that came up during Venus retrograde, all the people that came back into your life, all the things that you were analyzing and over-analyzing in this period. Now you get a chance to take a more settled view over the whole situation. Now you get a chance to actually think about it, think very deeply about the people, the situations, the occasions, right, that came up again in your life. And now it's the time for you to compare and contrast what happened this summer with things that were happening in your life 8 years ago. So approximately in the summer of 2015. It's a time of reflection. It's a time of introspection for you. You really need to think about your financial situation, your love situation, what was happening in your life in 2015 versus how your life is shaping up now, basically this year, right? What was better then, what's better now? Maybe you can see some people that left your life, some new people that came in your life, some opportunities that simply disappeared or just didn't give the results that you were hoping for, and other opportunities that came up in this period, in this interval that we're talking about here. Basically, the month of October for you is a very important period where you should analyze the people in your life. You should analyze your relationships. You should analyze your business relationships as well. So it's not only about love, about your private life. It's both love and money. Just look at what's happening in your life there, and if you're not happy about something, now is the time to start making those changes, because honey, the power is with you here. No one else can influence your happiness. No one else can influence your abundance and your prosperity. It's all in your hands. And basically, if you feel like some topics have been left open between you and your partner, if you are still upset about something that's going on or that's not happening in your relationship, the month of October is the perfect time for you to bring these things to their attention, right? To have these conversations. They might be awkward conversations, but before you actually start having these conversations, the recommendation here from the cards is to go through this period of introspection. First of all, know yourself. First of all, you need to answer these questions for yourself. What's important for me? What are the things that I can and cannot accept in my relationship? What are my goals, my aspirations? And is my partner together with me in this journey? Yes or no? These are all the things that you will need to analyze and review in the month of October. Similarly, in your financial situation, are you happy at your job? Do you see any way of still growing at this job or in this career path where you are right now? Think about it like this: 8 years from now, when you're gonna look back at what happened this summer and this autumn in your life, in your professional career, right? Will you thank yourself for the things that you had the courage to do? Or will you blame yourself for not having the guts to actually, step forward and ask for what you are actually supposed to be getting paid for, right? Are you gonna be happy with yourself or disillusioned with the way you are handling the situation in both your personal and professional life right now? And these are all things that you need to answer. No one is going to give you the answer to all these questions. So do whatever you need to do. Some of you guys will start journaling, others will make lists, others will have serious discussions with their therapist or with their priest or with whomever. It doesn't really matter. As long as you are thinking about these things and reviewing all these aspects of your life, you are on the right track for what's coming here next for you in October. Okay, dear group number 1, before we move forward to actually see what the tarot cards have to say for you for the month of October, don't forget to like this video while I shuffle here the cards to bring some additional messages for group number 1. Okay, well, we have 2 aces, which is kind of nice. Let's see. Oh, nice. Group number 1. What do we have here? So we have the Ace of Wands. It's called here the Ace of Inspirations, but traditionally it's the Ace of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Coins or Pentacles, right? The Two of Pentacles, and we have here the King of Wands. So a lot of fire, a lot of money as well, so love and financial prosperity, just as the card said in the beginning of this spread for you. Now let's see exactly how you can benefit mostly from this energy in the month of October. A lot of you will find new sources of inspiration. A lot of you guys and girls, okay, will actually rekindle a passion in your lives. And first I'm going to talk about your professional life, and then we're going to focus on your love life, okay? But for your professional life, you will discover something that you're passionate about. The question is, are you able to make money from this thing that gives you a lot of passion? It might be something creative. It might be something a little bit out there, right? So not very traditional. And the question still stands, are you going to be able to make money from the situation? And the answer is yes, you are able to make money, but only if you make a decision, because I see for a lot of you guys during the month of October, you're still not 100% decided whether you can transform this hobby, right, this nice activity that you're very passionate about, but you're not sure if you'll be able to actually have a living out of this. And you're kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You're still keeping your regular 9-to-5 job and only focusing on your passion part-time. And then, of course, my darling, the results will only be part-time, right? It takes a lot of guts to actually have the courage to say no to my regular 9-to-5 job, especially if it's actually allowing you to have a nice living. But for a lot of you guys and girls, I see that your regular job is not sufficient, right? You're not making enough money to actually live comfortably off of that. So then my question is, why don't you trust yourself to become an entrepreneur, to follow your dreams, to do something that you're passionate about? I think some of you don't trust yourselves because you've been burned in the past. But remember that last time you tried this, you were younger, you were less experienced, you didn't know all the things that you do right now, and you didn't have all the people behind you that you do right now. Because here with this King of Wands, I see that there is an older male figure. He might be a redhead, or he might have lots of tattoos, right? Someone that's a bit different. They're not the standard, let's say, image of success, but they were successful in this alternative career path. And my question is, why are you not using your connection to this person to learn from them, to grow your own business, to grow whatever it is you're trying to grow here? Because remember, we have the Ace of Coins here, the Ace of Pentacles, right? So the possibility of starting something fresh, something successful, it's here. It's just your heart is not fully in it. One day you are in it, the other day doubts keep creeping up. And darling, what can I say? If you want to have success, if you really trust yourself, then you need to release all these doubts and all these second thoughts. No, it's very toxic for you, and it's keeping you from actually achieving your full potential. And especially because you have here someone that made it on their own. You have an example very close in your life. And my recommendation would be, talk to this person. Talk to people that manage to be successful at what you're trying to become successful at in the future. Because these are the people that can actually give you wise advice, and advice that's actually relevant for your situation right now. Okay, now focusing on your love connections. For group number 1, all of you that are in a relationship, I see that the month of October is the ideal time to rekindle the fire, to kind of bring back the spark and the joy and the passion in your relationship. The emotional part is there. I think that your partner is very sensitive to your feelings, and even though you're not necessarily communicating overtly, directly, what you're thinking and what your state of mind is, they can sense you. And whenever you feel that they are running hot and cold, it's because they sense this in you, and they're just mirroring what's inside of you. So darling, if you want a more stable and loving relationship, you need to become more stable and loving. You need to stop the doubts. You need to stop this yin-yang, this back and forth. And once you do, once you are 100% committed, once you are 100% in this relationship, your partner will mirror exactly what you are putting in here. Okay, now for all you singles out there in group number 1, I see that the month of October is very promising. You will meet someone very fiery, very passionate right at the beginning of the month. However, you will see that this person is not very stable in their emotions. You are much more stable than the other person, and I think there's a disconnect here between your expectations and their expectations, I'm sorry to say, and you are not going to be very happy about this connection unless you actually manage to communicate openly from the start what you want. And it's not only communicating, it's also acting according to the things that you say are important to you, because to say something and then to actually put your actions behind your principles, behind your morals, behind your wants and wishes and dreams and aspirations is something completely different. And guess what? Being very honest with yourself and with others, being very self-assured and not bowing to others' expectations is actually the sexiest thing that you can do. So I don't know, if you have like a 30-day rule or a 90-day rule or a 5-day rule or whatever types of rules you have for dating, stick to your principles, because those are the sexiest things that you can do. And only by sticking to your word and to your principles will you actually attract the type of partner that you are looking for in your life. And you fully have the chance. It might not be this person that you're meeting at the beginning of the month, but towards the end of the month we have this very nice energy, and it's basically the energy that can stop the indecisiveness, that can stop the serial dating, that can stop the back and forth, the yes and no. It can put a stop to all the indecisions and actually have you soon, maybe in November, we'll have to see in your spread for November, but it can have you very soon in a stable, committed relationship that also has the passion behind it. Okay, darling, so before we finish your spread for October, I want to get just one additional message here for group number 1. And while I shuffle these cards, please don't forget to tell me in the comment sections if you resonated with this message, if you like it, if you don't like it, what do you appreciate, what don't you appreciate about what the tarot cards had to say for you for the month of October. I really read all your messages, and I want to thank everyone who is taking a few seconds of their day to do this thing for me and to basically make my day brighter and nicer, because it's always very nice for me when I get to read your comments. Now let's see. Final message for the month of October for group number 1. Oh, we have the insight card. So, yeah, as I said in the beginning, because I think this card connects very much with this introspection card. In October, you will learn a lot about yourself. You will learn a lot about others also, but especially about yourself. It's a month full of introspection. It's a month where you should first and foremost clarify for yourself what are your goals, what are your aspirations, what are your desires, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what do you want out of life. Because the cards are showing me here that you have the power to obtain everything that you want, but you are very indecisive, and until you figure out what is it that you want, you will never be able to then take consistent actions to get you closer to your goals, to your wishes, to your heart's desire. So clarify what your heart's desire is financially, on a love level, on a relationship level, in every single level of your life. And then everything will start falling into place, because once you are very sure of who you are, of what you want, of what your principles are, then your actions will follow accordingly, and you will attract in your life everything that your heart desires. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, group number 1. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, what are you waiting for? It's completely free, and you will get access to tons of other material that I have in store for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next videos as well. Bye bye. Hello, group number 2. Let's see what the energy for the month of October is for you. Group number 2. Oh, very nice. It's all about the love and the partnerships. These are such nice cards, group number 2. We have the nurture card, the partnership card, and the energy of expansion, yes, of the Sagittarius card here. So a lot of you guys, group number 2, in the month of October, you will be focusing on nurturing your connections, whether it's friendships or the connections with your family members, or with your spouse, or with your boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, whatever it is. Your main focus is on nurturing your relationships, your partnerships, and expanding the scope of these relationships. So a bunch of you, group number 2, will start a business relationship with a friend, or with a partner, or with a family member. You are basically growing your connection, growing your partnership, growing your relationship beyond what it used to be in the past. A bunch of you will get engaged, a bunch of you will move in together with your partner, a bunch of you will get married or find out that you are having kids together. It's basically taking the relationship, taking the connection from what it used to be up until now, and growing it, expanding it to the next level. And it's gonna be an interesting journey, because we have here the Sagittarius energy. So whatever events are actually happening in your life in the month of October, doesn't matter how you are expanding and growing your relationships, whether it's in a business environment or in a personal environment, it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very funny. It's gonna be a learning and growing experience for both of you, or let's say for all parties involved. Oh, because group number 2, a very select few of you, and this is like maybe 10-15% of the people that are watching this spread for group number 2, might be expanding your relationships from a duo, right, from a relationship between 2 people to a relationship between multiple peoples. Maybe you are thinking about bringing a third or a fourth person in your couple, in your romantic relationship. Good for you. What can I say? I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm just here to tell you the messages that the cards are sending out here. And also, if you are not comfortable with expanding your relationship to bringing a third or a fourth person in, you need to nurture yourself. You need to be honest with yourself and your partner, and you need to speak up and say so. And don't accept anything that you are not fully on board with, okay? Good. But going back to this idea of nurturing and expansion and growing of relationships and partnerships. So in whichever way you are going to grow and expand your relationships, it's going to be a learning experience. Some of you will actually need to go back to school to get a diploma or to get a certificate in order for this business relationship to actually work. Some of you will start maybe couples counseling or couples therapy. Why? Because it doesn't, so you don't need to have issues or troubles in your marriage or in your relationship in order to start couples counseling. You figure out that if you want this thing to work, if you want this thing to be healthy long term, you need to treat the relationship very seriously, and you get together and get to this conclusion that, hey, we need to start couples therapy as a prevention measure. So we are trying to prevent issues from coming up in the future. We are trying to heal each other and heal together as well as a couple and grow, because we want to be the best versions of ourselves and the best version of a couple that we can be. So a lot of very nice things, very interesting things happening here for group number 2. Now we're gonna go forward and grab some additional messages from the tarot cards, and while I shuffle this card, I'm gonna ask you to please click on the like button. It really helps me a lot, and I really appreciate all your support. Okay, let's grab just one more card here for group number 2. Oh, this is interesting. We have 2 major arcana. So we start the month with the major arcana, we end the month with the major arcana. And there are some interesting things happening here in the middle. So we have the Tower, the 5 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the Fool. This is interesting, and honestly I wasn't expecting this, but what the tarot cards are basically showing me is that a bunch of you, so really a lot of you, group number 2, will start the month in a really negative place. So whenever I see the Tower, it's not that I want to scare you, because I know that the Tower has a lot of beneficial energies behind of it. But whenever I see the Tower in a tarot spread, I get this feeling like the rug is being pulled from out from under you, right? Like your entire foundation is shaking. You are not sure who you can trust, who you can believe. All the stable structures and stable relationships and stable people in your life all of a sudden seem very unstable and very unreliable. So this is how you are starting off the month. And with the 5 of Wands, I see that whenever you don't feel safe in your relationship or in your job or in a friendship or in your family, whenever you don't feel that you are seen and listened to and believed, whenever you don't feel safe, this is the best word that I can come up with, you start going on the defensive. This is what the 5 of Wands is showing me. You start becoming very aggressive towards the people around you. And once you actually figure out that this is your pattern of behavior, right? I don't feel safe, I don't feel loved, I don't feel respected, I don't feel honored, and I start attacking everyone. And this is verbal attacks, this is self-sabotaging behavior. It can manifest in a million different ways in your day-to-day life. It might manifest like nagging your partner, or like I don't know, overeating or drinking or self-medicating, or maybe even becoming restless or more aggressive or cheating or whatever. It really doesn't matter how this manifests. It's the root cause is a lack of safety, a lack of love. That's what you're trying to overcompensate here with this destructive behavior. And you know what? Sometimes you win. Sometimes your destructive behavior is enough to make the other people say, stop, okay, fine, I'll do it your way, just please stop with the destructive behavior. But you know what your biggest win here can be actually? It's just realizing and accepting that, yes, you are doing this, that you are in this pattern, but it doesn't mean that you are stuck. And what the 6 of Wands is showing me here is that in the month of October, you can find within you the power to overcome this destructive behavior and to stop the cycle of abuse, to stop the cycle of this pattern, whatever it was for you, to stop it once and forever. And you will feel like the weight of the world is lifted off your shoulders. Once you realize what you were doing and how you were reacting in the situations, you basically are taking back control of the situation. You are no longer at the mercy of your subconscious and of your unconscious behaviors and biases. You are taking back the responsibility for your own life. You're taking back the power over your own destiny. And guess what? Once you do this, it's just as easy as that. You sleep better all of a sudden. There's no longer this weight on your shoulders. And you will see day by day that you are more rested, you are more healthy, you are more balanced mentally, emotionally, in every point of view, right? And then we get here towards the end of the month, the Fool. It's a new beginning. Some of you might break some relationships here, and at the end of the month, you are starting something fresh, maybe with a new person, maybe you are trying again with your old person. Really doesn't matter. Whatever you do here towards the end of October, whatever you are starting fresh, whether it's a new job or a new relationship or a new friendship, really doesn't matter. Whatever you are starting fresh here, make sure that you do it with an open heart. Make sure that you've learned the lessons from your past mistakes and that you don't repeat them over and over again, because this is a very beneficial new beginning for you. It's gonna be a very lucky new beginning for you. Okay, group number 2. I see a lot of positive things coming in your future. Yes, the beginning of the month, the first 2 weeks of October are tough, they're difficult, but by the time Halloween comes around, you're gonna be a different person. You are gonna be a more expansive person, a more optimistic person. You're gonna be a happier person, a wiser person, a lighter person. You're gonna be a better partner. You're gonna be a better mother, a better father, a better sister, a better friend. You are just starting to become the best version of yourself possible. And what can be better than that, group number 2? I think this is really the beginning of a beautiful journey, of a beautiful season in your life, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you take full advantage of this new beginning for you. And before we wrap it up here for you guys, group number 2, I'm going to take out one more card. And while I shuffle these cards for your final message, please write me in the comment sections if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, or maybe if you didn't enjoy this reading. Just write me a short message there, even if it's just to put a smiley face or a flower or a heart or something. I really like reading all your comments, and I want to thank each and every one of you that actually do this for me, that because it's really making my days brighter and happier. So thank you guys and girls. Okay, let's see, group number 2, the last message for you, and it's actually card number 2 here. So we have this very beautiful lapis lazuli crystal here that is opening your third eye chakra. So for a lot of you, your third eye will be opening, or you are seeing things in a different way than before. You are becoming conscious. You are no longer going to be driven and manipulated. Well, manipulated is a strong word, but basically driven by your subconscious. You are becoming conscious. You are awakening in the month of October, and this is a very nice month for you. I really like it when the cards kind of build on top of each other and they just highlight again and again and again the messages that have already been said, because I think this is very important. A lot of you will feel this awakening. A lot of you will have all the awakening symptoms, headaches or other aches in your body, but especially headaches, right? Because we have here the third eye. Whenever you have this, just make sure you drink plenty of water, make sure you rest, don't fight with people, because it's just draining your energy. And yeah, just let it be, let it happen. Ground yourself, try to walk in nature, walk by a body of water, like on the banks of a river or by a lake or on the beach if you're lucky enough to live by a sea or by an ocean, right? And just enjoy this process, because you are growing, you are expanding, you are evolving, you are maturing, you are finally growing up, group number 2. And it really doesn't matter whether you're 18, 38 or 88, you are growing up, you are maturing, you are really stepping into yourself. And I see that amazing things are gonna come in your life after the month of October. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next episodes as well. Bye bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's see what the month of October has in store for you. So, group number 3. Oh, this is interesting. Some surprising changes coming in your life here in the month of October, group number 3. I see that some of you will be reading a lot, you're studying a lot. Some of you are reading metaphysical texts. Some of you are learning tarot or astrology, taking courses, learning, growing. And because you are, see, because we have here this Gemini energy of cross-pollination. It's basically a cross-pollination of ideas. So you are no longer stuck in your own old mindset. You are taking things from different cultures, from different people, from different teachers, from different courses, from different masters. You are alchemizing all this information. You are restructuring the basic principles of your life. You are rethinking your core beliefs, the principles on which you are building your life, your value systems, your likes, your dislikes, your wishes. You are restructuring and rethinking everything. It's gonna be extremely surprising, especially for your friends, especially for your family, for the people that have known you for a long time. It's surprising. They will say you are acting weird. They will be very scared about all the transformations that you are going through. And my recommendation for you would be to be patient with these people. It's not their fault that you are growing. It's not their fault that you are evolving at a different pace than they are able to handle. I don't necessarily recommend cutting all the relationships from your life. Of course, if you identify toxic relationships, you need to cut those, because look at this card. We have all these roots here, right? Think of an orchid, right? Maybe you've grown orchids, or you've seen people that take care of orchids. From time to time, you need to take the orchid out of its soil, out of its pot, and really inspect all the roots. And if some of the roots are rotten, if they're dead, yes, you need to cut them out. This is something that you will need to do in your own life in the month of October. Inspect all the roots of your being, and these roots are family, friendships, beliefs, religion, right, philosophy, your core values. Inspect everything, and you decide what is no longer serving you. You decide what needs to be cut out of your life. Don't be very drastic with it, right? Because just like a gardener that takes care of an orchid, he's not gonna cut all the roots of the plant, because then the plant will die. You still need something stable in your life. You still need some stable relationships. You still need some stability, some predictability in your life in order to build on a solid foundation. Because yeah, there are a lot of changes. You are changing your mind, you're changing your perspective, you are changing the way in which you talk, in which you speak. Maybe your tone of voice is changing. Maybe you are learning a new language, you are becoming closer to a different culture. Big changes are happening here for you. And in order to integrate all these changes, you still need to keep the solid foundation of your life. Keep everything that's healthy and that's still beneficial for all the growth that is coming up for you here in the future. And I see that the things that you're doing right now in October will have huge impact in your life. After 2025, so after Uranus actually goes into Gemini, you're gonna go through a period of amazing growth and development, but you are basically setting now the foundation for what's to come in your life in the future. Whoa, group number 3, this was intense, very intense energies here for you. And now let's look at the tarot cards to get some clarifications, to get some additional information here for you for the month of October. And while I shuffle these cards, please don't forget to like this video. I'm very thankful to all of you that hit the like button. Now let's see some additional messages here for group number 3. Okay. Oh, this is so nice. Okay, and one more card for group number 3. Okay, so I'm very happy that we have here these gorgeous, beautiful cards for you. We have the Page of Wands, we have the Three of Cups, the King of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and finally Justice. So for a lot of you, group number 3, I see that you are reconnecting with the inner child, right? This is the Page of Wands. You are reconnecting either with your inner child, maybe through therapy, right? And you're having some amazing breakthroughs. You are finally seeing the transgenerational patterns that were happening in your family, and now you are ready to break those, to heal those transgenerational wounds and basically break the karmic chain, right? This is true for a lot of you. But basically the most important thing that I see here with the Page of Wands is that you are finding your will to live. You are becoming more optimistic. You are finding everyday reasons to smile and to laugh and to dance and to act like a child, and you are just becoming happier day by day. And one of the ways in which you are becoming happier day by day is by making new connections or reconnecting with old friends. So with the Three of Cups, my recommendation for you would be in the month of October to go out as much as you can. Whenever someone asks you out, either to a bar, to a restaurant, for coffee, or for a party or whatever, go out. Socialize as much as you can. Be around people, because people give you ideas. They give you fresh perspective, fresh ideas. They help you step out of this very deep karmic work that you are doing. You need to recharge. You need to recharge your batteries. And how do you recharge your batteries? By spending time with people that are optimistic, with people that are fun, with people that just give you a fresh perspective over life. You cannot be a hermit. As much as you would like to, it's not the time. We don't have the hermit here. We have the King of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and Justice. You are realizing that your path to enlightenment is not a solitary one. You are finding your tribe. You are finding your people. You are seeing that those things that you are very scared of talking about are actually more common knowledge, and the people around you are actually much more open-minded than you expected them to be. You see that when you're talking to your friends about astrology and energy and psychotherapy and generational curses and breaking generational curses and things like that, they actually resonate. They are actually going through similar things. Why? Because here we are talking about generational traumas. So it's not only yours, it's everyone that was born more or less in the same generation as you. And yeah, it's taking me to the Pluto generations, but also to the Uranus generations. So interesting perspective here. But basically what the King of Cups is showing me here for you is that your peace, your happy place is when you're surrounded by like-minded people. Look here at the Ace of Swords. This is an idea that you never even dared to entertain, that other people are thinking the same way as you, that other people are going through similar things, that you are not alone. And once you figure this out, once you understand it emotionally and mentally, then your life becomes much more balanced, because you have found your tribe. because you are no longer judged for the weird things that you believed in. You are no longer seen as a weirdo because, I don't know, you're interested in paganism or in magic or in tarot or in astrology or alchemy or human design or numerology or feng shui or whatever you're interested in. You find your tribe in October. You are no longer an outcast. You find people that talk about similar things. You find smart people that you can learn from. And for some of you, you will find these people by joining a course or a Facebook group, or I don't know, you will find a lot of these people in settings where you are actually growing your perspective, growing your vision, expanding your horizons. So if you are thinking about joining a course or starting, I don't know, a type of study, occult studies, I would for sure advise you to do these things. Take the course, pay the fee, join the study group, join the Facebook group, join the conversation, because it will give you a lot of peace of mind. It will give you the chance to interact with people that have similar thoughts, perspectives, wishes, aspirations, and views on life. Of course, don't go in the other extreme where you cut all relationships with the people that are currently in your life and only socialize with these new people that you are meeting right now, because that's not balanced. That's not justice. You need a balance. So you need the old people with the old way of thinking, the traditionalists, right? And the new age people, the people that think differently and act differently and believe different things. You need both in order to keep you balanced. Okay? Oh, group number 3, I really like this message for you. I really like this spread for you. And before we finish your reading with the final message from this very nice oracle deck, I'm gonna ask you to tell me in the comment sections if you've enjoyed this reading, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you resonated with. And if you don't want to tell me anything, then at least you can, I don't know, give me a smiley face or a thumbs up or a little heart or something. And I want to thank everyone that takes the effort, right, to actually do this for me. It's really making me smile every time I read your messages, and I want to thank you for all your kind words. Now let's see the final message here for group number 3. Oh, we have card number 22. So look for angel number 222. It might be important for you. If you have Larimar crystals, this can help you a lot in the month of October. Also, if you're into astrology, look at your Neptune placements. In which house is Neptune located will give you more information about the best way for you to act right in October. And remember that the most important thing for you in October is that you're going to be shifting perspective. You're changing your mind, you're changing your beliefs, you're changing your core values. And this is a process. It's a difficult process. You might lose people, but you're gonna gain new people in your life. So just accept it, go with the flow, and trust in the divine plan for you. Trust that you are actually going closer and closer to your tribe every day. Trust that divinity knows best and that you are on the correct path. Thank you very much for watching group number 3. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget that I'm expecting you in the next videos as well. Bye bye. Hello group number 4. Let's see what you can expect in the month of October. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, okay. So we have here the energy of Saturn, Mercury, and Jupiter. Oh, so the month of October for group number 4 is going to be a month of contradictions. On the one hand, you are going to feel restricted in your communication, like you can't say certain things or communication is more difficult. But on the other hand, if you understand the lesson that Saturn is trying to teach you here about communication, you will see that your messages land much better. So I would recommend group number 4, if possible, take a communications course in the month of October. You can find a lot of material free on YouTube, on the internet, or you can maybe join a course. You might find a teacher that you resonate with. You might find a teacher that you don't resonate with because they're very strict. Join their course. This strict teacher will actually help you improve your communication, will help you improve, first of all, the way in which you think, how you reach your conclusions, how you present your arguments, and it will help you be a much more effective communicator. The month of October will be very stressful for all of you, group number 4, that work in social media, in advertising, if you are a writer or if you're a student. It's gonna be tough, I'm not gonna lie, but if you always think before you speak, if you make a plan before you give a speech, if you do your research before launching a marketing strategy or marketing campaign, if you do all the rewrites and the editing on your book or your manuscript or your paper, if you are very careful, almost to the point of being paranoid about your communication, then you are basically making sure that, or you're basically putting in all the effort that will ensure your success. And the success will be more than you can imagine. The stress will be there for sure, but the success will be there even greater than you can imagine right now. And it all starts with you. It all starts with how well you are preparing before pitching a client, before discussing anything important with your boss, before presenting your paper, before launching your marketing campaign, before submitting your paper or submitting your resume, right, for a possible job. How well do you prepare before an interview? How well do you prepare all the things that you want to launch online, whether you have a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel or an Instagram page? It really doesn't matter. How much time and effort are you putting in on the messages that go out from your platform? If the answer is a little, almost none, then the results will be little to none. If the answer is a lot, the results will be even more than you can imagine. So, the lesson for you in October is to take things seriously, to put in the effort, to learn, to grow, to develop yourself. Take a course if you can. Maybe some of you will go back to university, or maybe some of you will, I don't know, get a diploma or something, a certificate that will help you moving on. But the best thing that you can do for your personal and professional development is become a better communicator. Become better at speaking, at public speaking, at writing, at messaging, at marketing, at branding, at communication in general. So this is interesting. Now let's get some clarifiers from the tarot cards. And while I shuffle the tarot deck for you, don't forget to click on the like button. It really helps me a lot to see all your support, and I thank you for it. So we have here some very interesting cards so far. Group number 4. We have 2 major arcanas. Oh, and the 2 of cups. This is very nice. Another major arcana. So group number 4. What's happening for you in October? It's something important for sure, because just look at these cards. So we have the Empress, we have the Chariot, we have the 2 of Cups, the Fool, and the 8 of Swords. So for a very specific group of you, a subgroup, let's say, of group number 4, you will find out in the month of October that you are pregnant. and this is a very big life change. And yeah, it kind of puts in perspective the importance of messaging and communication, because I see that you are very scared about telling your partner about this pregnancy, right? It scares you to the core. And not only telling your partner, but maybe telling your family, your friends, your boss, your employer, right? So you are very scared about what's to come. You know that this is a very big life change, but at least the Two of Cups is showing me here that you have a very stable partner, someone that loves you, that supports you, and that's more than happy to embark on this journey together with you. However, the Eight of Swords, the last card that came up here, is clearly showing me some very deep hidden trauma here, deep fears that maybe now or maybe later in your pregnancy will come up, and they will be issues for you. What I need you to remember with this Eight of Swords is that whatever you're afraid of is just in your mind. The reality is that things are very nice for you. The reality is that this can be a very easy and successful pregnancy. The reality is that more likely than not, you will have a healthy child, you will have a very harmonious and healthy and happy family together, and everything will work out better than you can imagine. But you are very scared right now. You are scared about the finances, you're scared about how you're going to be able to afford this child, you're scared about your health, about their health, you're scared about the dynamic in your couple, the dynamic in your family, you are scared about a million different things. And my recommendation would be to have an open conversation with your partner, with your family, with your friends, with your support system. Tell them what you're scared about, and they will help ease your burden. Okay, but I said that this is just for a very small fraction of group number 4. For the majority of group number 4, I see that October is a very fertile month. And again, not necessarily on the physical fertility, right? But you're having a lot of ideas. You're having a lot of dreams and aspirations. And this is the month where you are able to actually get your ideas from your mind, right? And put them into reality, into concrete reality. You will find the ideal people to help you in this journey. So you'll find the ideal marketing team, or the ideal supplier for whatever you're trying to produce and sell, or whatever. You'll find the ideal business partners that you're looking for, but you need to look for these business partners in non-traditional ways. You are thinking very traditionally about this business at the beginning of the month, and that's not going to work for you. Of course, you still need to abide by the laws and pay the taxes and work with contracts and have everything okay from a legal point of view. But your business partners, they will be non-traditional people. They will be eccentrics. They will be artists. They will be visionaries. This kind of scares you, again, the being afraid, right? Because it's taking you out of your comfort zone. It's taking you out of everything that you knew to be reliable. But this is the path to success if you really want to be successful. The key to be successful, even in these circumstances that you're not very comfortable in, is again communication. Communicate clearly your expectations, their expectations. Make sure that your business partners are able to deliver whatever you're expecting of them. And last but not least, on relationship, love situation, right? I see for a lot of you in the month of October the birth of a new relationship. Now, if you are already in a stable, loving, committed relationship, it's the birth of a new stage in your relationship. But if you're single, for sure you are meeting someone new. You are meeting someone that wants a family. You are meeting someone that wants to build a life with you. You are meeting someone that wants it all. Now, this scares you. I'm not sure exactly why it scares you, because I think that mentally, right, or verbally, you've been saying for years that this is what you want, but it seems to me that the moment where you're confronted with the reality of actually getting everything you've always said you wanted, you are not very eager to jump at the chance of this relationship, of this connection, of this commitment. I think you have a very deep-seated fear of commitment that's coming up when everything that you've ever wished for is about to come true. And the question for me, well, my question for you actually, is the following. Will you let your fears win and go back in the cycle of, oh, I'm not loved, I cannot find anyone, I'm always alone? Or will you realize that it's your own insecurities that are keeping the best thing that's ever happened in your life from you? You really want a family? Do you really want marriage? Do you really want a commitment? Do you really want this relationship? Then you need to trust. You need to trust the other person. You need to trust your partner. And you need to let go of some of your fears. I'm not saying be blind to the situation. I'm not saying accept every weird message, every weird excuse, let's say, from their side. No, by no means. Of course, you should learn from the mistakes of the past, right? If you've been cheated before, learn to see the signs. Learn to honor yourself. Learn to pick better partners in the future. But if this person that we're talking about right now hasn't given you any sign of being disrespectful, hasn't given you any sign of being a cheater, then why are you putting on this person your expectation of failure that has been built in you from your previous relationships? Why are you putting on this person the burden of proving to you that they're innocent before they did anything? Right? Even the legal system in the US says that you are innocent until proven guilty. Well, give your partner the same benefit of the doubt. Consider them innocent until proven guilty. This doesn't mean close your eyes and ignore the signs, but it also doesn't mean that you should be distrustful of everything that they say and do. Okay, group number 4, before we finish your reading, please go to the comment section and tell me if you've enjoyed this reading or what aspects of it you didn't enjoy. I really like reading all your messages, and if you don't want to tell me anything, then you can just comment with a little heart or a smiley face or just something to make my day. And I want to thank everyone that takes a few moments of their day to write a comment there for me. Okay, so for you, group number 4, we have here a very beautiful emerald crystal. Again, the symbolism of Mercury, confirming that communication is very important for you, and also being aware of how you are coming across in communication. Being aware that not only the words that you're saying are important, but the tone of voice, your face, your expressions, your tonality, the speed at which you are talking, the tone of voice, everything is important. So communication has multiple aspects: the non-verbal, the paraverbal, and the verbal aspects. You should be very aware of all these aspects in how you're coming across, but also when others are telling you things. Are their words matching their attitudes? Are their words matching their actions? Are their words matching their face, their expressions, right? Think of all these aspects when you are communicating or when you're receiving messages from other people as well. And then you are basically setting yourself up for success in the month of October. Thank you very much, group number 4, for watching this until the end, for sticking here with me. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, what are you waiting for? It's completely free. And don't forget group number 4, that I expect to see you in the next videos as well. Bye bye.